Now, let me ask about Labor's National Conference this week. Are you confident the government can get through this without any condemnation of AUKUS or any change in the party platform on Israel and Palestine?
Look, Labor Party conferences, and I've been going to them myself for 45 years. They're always robust events, and of course, unlike all of the other political parties, we conduct our national conference in the open for people to see. But I'm very confident that the position that the Prime Minister and the Foreign Minister have taken on issues will be supported by the overwhelming majority of the delegates at the conference. We don't seek to stifle debate. You know, if you're a member of the Labor Party, you're entitled to express your point of view. But I think overwhelmingly, Labor Party members, Labor Party supporters believe this government is heading in the right direction and they're going to give us their support.
Is one of the reasons for that Penny Wong's announcements to caucus about changing the language around Israel and Palestine? It looked like a bid to head off a defeat at conference.
Look, Penny has made it very clear that she supports the current policy in respect of Israel and Palestine, and I'd be very confident that the position that she adopts, which the government supports, will be the position that the delegates at the conference will support.
But was that a recent announcement around the language to appease the left or appease some party members at this conference? Was that a motivator in it?
Look, it's very clear that the position that the Labor Party adopts in respect to Israel and Palestine that's currently in the policy, that's going to be the policy, I believe, that the conference and the delegates will support in this coming week.
Because Penny Wong made those changes?
No, because it's a sensible position that the Labor Party has adopted in respect of Palestine and Israel. It's the correct position for Australia to have, and it'll be the position that obviously the Prime Minister supports, the Foreign Minister support, and it'll be the position that I believe at the end of the day the delegates will support in this coming week.
Now, the party's moving to the left's getting more dominance. You're a right power broker, but as I said at the top of the show, what we're going to see in terms of the national executive vote, I understand it, is basically this sensible left grouping joining with the right. Is that a fair assessment? So-called sensible?
Oh, look, I never like to anticipate what the combination of votes might be to get a result. What I do know is just like the community is overwhelmingly supporting this government, the delegates who are members of the Labor Party are also supporting the government, and I'd be very confident that at the end of the day, after some robust debate, which I'm sure will happen, that the sensible decisions of this government will be supported by the overwhelming majority of Labor's delegates. And I'd be very confident that a combination of votes that you've talked about will result in the sensible decisions being made that will continue to support this government into the future.
And the voice will come up on Saturday. Is the government hoping to use this as a springboard to get the Yes campaign back on the road?
Look, the campaign to change the Constitution was always going to be a difficult campaign. I continue to believe that the majority of Australians will support a change to the Constitution to recognise Indigenous Australians in our Constitution through a voice to Parliament. So I continue to be optimistic. I've been involved in my role as Special Minister of State in ensuring that we continue to build on the number of Australians who are eligible to vote. In the last couple of weeks, the AEC announced that we've almost got 98% of Australians on the roll and 94% of Indigenous Australians on the roll. Lots of young people are ensuring that they're going to be eligible to vote. So I think when push comes to shove, when the vote takes place on the referendum, that we'll have majority support for that Indigenous voice in the Constitution.
It seems significant there'll be no ex-Prime Ministers at this Labor conference. Is this about making sure Paul Keating doesn't talk about AUKUS?
No, look, from time to time, Prime Ministers come or don't come to the conference. This is not about past Prime Ministers, of course. This is about the current Prime Minister, who we want to make sure continues to be a very successful Prime Minister for this country. He's demonstrated that over the last 15 months, and I'm very confident that he'll continue to demonstrate that between now and the next election.